I don't care how long it takes, but we absolutely cannot play at Sawgrass without doing hole 17.
17, huh? Guess the island boys never lose their habits.
Joe, what the fuck did I say about you making those kind of jokes about me?
I don't know, kinda hard to tell with how much shit you spew about me.
I don't have a clue who customized our clubs, but driver looks good, I got to admit.
Damn. Power and angle looked good, but I think the curve will give you some trouble.
You know what? I also thought that at first, but then when I actually tried it, it wasn't painful and it went along just fine. So remember, viewer, if your boy has a curve, use it to your advantage and choose the positions wisely. I will have a whole section about this with illustrations in the 50 Shades of Bill, but while that's being written and edited, you can just get yourself Kama Sutra. Now, there are some religious text here and there, but you can find online the version with only the main part, which interests me.
That's got to be a new record. He almost lasted half a minute without making a whole-ass guide about intercourse without being prompted to do it at all.
Aren't you a businessman that released a couple books? You should know better that you need to start promoting it sometime before releasing. I'm about to finish editing it, and then it's straight to publisher to get it approved. A birdie? I'll take it.
Bill, the chance of a major publisher seeing your shit and deciding to release it on store shelves nationwide is about as big as chance of Joe living, let alone running for president in 2028.
Then I'll release an audiobook and post it on Blogger or Wattpad or whatever the hell those blog sites from 20 years ago were called. I refuse to let this book go. It's going to be the final piece to cement my legacy as the freakiest motherfucker to ever walk this planet.
Blogger, huh? Now that's a blast from the past. I remember following some blogs on there. It was the daily use site before you had everything laid out on Reddit or by AI. I also remember MySpace. Man, whatever the hell happened to that site?
Funny enough, the owners have said not that long ago that as a response to modern social media fatigue caused by stuff like TikTok or Instagram, they plan to relaunch the MySpace in its original form with no algorithms and no AI features, just raw pictures and true human profiles. They also aren't trying to compete with Facebook or Twitter, so it's going to be a smaller user base, which will lead to less bots. So once it relaunches, make sure to tell your friends about it and get on it.
Yeah, but like, how the hell did it fail to begin with? I remember the site looking so dope, and the way you could customize your profile was so extensive that nobody matched it to date.
The ability to customize it was MySpace's biggest standout feature, but at the same time critical flaw that made it cluttered, unstable, and often sluggish. At least that's what people at the time said when Facebook freshly came out with its clean, minimal interface, but still had all the social media features you'd expect.
So we didn't even know how good we had it, huh? Man, I'd happily take sluggish interface if it meant no stupid-ass AI features nobody asked for, or endless doom-scrolling trap that is driven entirely by algorithm where you see your friends or profiles you follow only once in a while.
Freaking, to the damn with this game. I had a freaking misinput.
There was a misinput, calm down! You calm the fuck down! There was a misinput!
Ooh, that's going...
Nah, ain't gonna turn enough.
The hell? How did it not go in? It's like an inch or two away. Come on, that should be counted as a birdie.
Just think of it. All that you had to do was not to eat shit on hole 2 and you would have just won over par. That one fuck up probably messed your entire score up if you're about to keep shooting straight pars.
I think I have to agree with Donald, seeing as you are on a great pace to make it in 3 shots.
I'm feeling kind of hyped about this course actually, so I'm gonna go right after Bill. I also brought Lysol wipes and my own leather face interface, so if somebody actually wants to use a sterile foam that isn't seeping from another old man's sweat, I suggest you use it. You wipe it down after use and boom, it's not soaked with sweat and you're fine to go.
You do realize that you're not supposed to use Lysol wipes on leather, right?
Why the fuck not?
Well, because it's leather, and alcohol is pretty harsh, so do it enough times, and you'll see the cracks appearing, and considering it's something that you wear on your face and move around, it can be especially not too fun of a feeling. Also, you will smell that alcohol while wearing that, and your face will also reek of it as well.
Going that route, doing anything enough times can cause it to become shitty.
I completely disagree. Now thinking about it, if you go enough times in the chocolate starfish, it might become a fountain later on, so never mind, Don's got a point.
Saying stuff like that while scoring a birdie is quite a move. Now that's a drive.
He's sinking it, dumbass. Prepare your ears to hear a water splash any second now. Yup, exactly what I said.
Wait a second. Why do we hear all these sounds so clearly when it's supposedly like 300 yards away from us? Shouldn't it be barely audible or not audible at all?
I mean, yes, but it doesn't really break the immersion and just lets you know more clearly what happened.
Oh no, please, oh please, just drop down on the green.
Your wish just got ungranted.
Is that even a word?
It sure is, partner. Any word is true if you understand it.
Of course you out of all the people would defend it, Mr. Misunderestimated.
Okay, but it's not like he's wrong. Ungranted is a genuine word. It's just another way of saying not granted.
Whatever you say, nerd. It doesn't matter. We finally can check how much of a man this Gigolo is on this hole. Anything above a par is unacceptable and instantly categorizes you an Obama testosterone level, which is comparable to a prepubescent girl.
Oh, you would know a lot about prepubescent girl biology, wouldn't you, Donald?
The fuck have you just said to me?
That's what you get for calling me names, bitch.
Okay, par isn't out of the picture. Now just to get as close as I can to the hole. That is pretty good, much better than I expected in all honesty. Ooh, thanks for cheering. Now come on and throw all the bras at me from the stands. I'll catch all of them like Johnny Bench.
Nice rhymes there.
A bit of a delayed reaction from the crowd, though. They reacted with the latency it takes for Joe to process a two-word sentence.
Speaking of Joe, come on, you're up next. But I'm sure they were just eyeing up if that ball definitely stopped rolling, because couple feet and it would be a snack for the gators around here.
Oh my God, there are alligators in here. Get me out of here. I don't want to get eaten.
Joe, relax. It's all virtual and all the alligators here aren't even going to get close to you if they even put alligators in the actual game. But I doubt they would put a detail like this in a game on VR headsets, considering those things have storage size of a mid-range phone. I know it's $299 for Quest 3S, but 128 gigs in this day and age? Come on, my phone has double that, and it's a 3-year-old iPhone model.
Dude, that shit-ass phone costed you over $1,000 if you got the 256 gigabyte model, because they also sold the 128 one at standard $999, so I don't want to hear it. Also, it's not like I store movies, documents, or necessary apps that I need for daily work on this headset, so I never once had a problem with having too little storage. I think unlike phones, this is actually still a sweet spot for all the VR stuff. I mostly use it to watch movies anyway.
I know what kind of man you are, Joe. I might buy one for myself after you just made me think about Angela White stripping down for me in VR.
Not really my type. I prefer them like Riley Reid 10 years ago or Sweetie Fox, but specifically on her Minecraft gameplay series.
Huh? She does Minecraft videos? Since when?
Oh, you didn't see it yet? She actually started it this month on her YouTube channel, but unfortunately she speaks Russian only, so I had that fuck-ass YouTube auto-dub turned on, and I just sat there for 2 hours wondering what the fuck am I doing with my life, because she's actually very boring when she does safe-for-work content. It would be fine for something like a stream on Twitch on a Tuesday morning, especially seeing how they allow basically topless women stream freely, but if you are really fucking tired or really don't have any idea what to do with your life, I guess you can check it out.
I gotta tap that, and the first stage is to get on her SMP. Cross fingers for me, boys, because Wild Bizzler is always down for an adventure, especially when the cross mark on the treasure map is childbearing hips of a 25-year-old woman.
Do you gooners ever stop talking about shit like this? Just drop your old ass wives and find yourself a baddie once you get bored. I did exactly that, and you don't see me drooling over some random hose online.
Holy shit, I made that in Let's Go!
That crowd definitely does make a difference now that I go back to the default maps.
Did you ever notice how we suddenly got so much better on these official courses?
I guess our skill doesn't grow linearly with our experience, but exponentially.
No, you shitbrain. The default maps on this game are just fucking stupid and made by a bunch of basement dwellers who don't know jack shit about golf, so that's why we did terrible. Because we play on real fucking golf courses.
Okay, this is my last chance for a par. Oh my lord, hell yeah!
What kind of a golfing demon entered Joe? His putt game is off the chart.
One birdie, and you're back on even par, Joey. Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind. You can leave him with the simplest task to ever exist on this earth, and he'll forget about it half a minute later.
Not true. When I was laying pipe on your mom in all positions, I definitely did not forget what to do.
Okay, so even par is out of the question, but the only score you're competing against as of now is 7 over par, so you're still in a pretty good position overall.
Not if he keeps yeeting the ball into the water.
Come on, Jack. That was one-time fail. Now watch me sink this hole in one.
And he did the exact same shit as the last time. Incredible, just incredible.
You know what? You're going instantly after me. I want to see you back up your shit talk with the actual gameplay. Larry Bird always proved that his shit talk was warranted, but as far as I'm concerned, you're a bum who only wins shit by whisker or some dumbest shit imaginable.
First, we gotta see just how badly you fucked up your score. You may give Bill a run for his money for the worst score this game. So I was right. 2 straight-up gooners right there in the loser's corner, huh? All right, now give me the damn headset and let me swap the interface.
It's really a shame because Joe was doing freakishly well before that. Almost every hole was even par for him.
Well, form is temporary, but stupid is permanent.
By stupid, do you mean like just an idiot or being acoustic?
With Joe, you don't even really know, so I'm gonna say both. Yep, here we go again. This stupid-ass fake game just put up an agenda against me once more with this stupid rerouting of my ball. I swear if not for it, I would have absolutely steamrolled over y'all in every other golf game.
Speaking about Steam, how do you guys feel about making a series from Red Dead Redemption 2?
Joe, how do you even make these connections? Like, what the hell do these two things have to do with each other?
You know, because there are steam choo-choo trains that make this cha-cha-cha noise, and there are factories that use it as well. You know, when you think about it, steam engine and nuclear engine work on the same exact basis. They both boil water, but one uses coal as fuel and second one uses nuclear. One is just clean and other not so much.
I gotta say, for a man that can't tie his own shoes, you know a lot, and I mean a lot, about nuclear energy. Why couldn't you learn the same about politics and economy and be a good president?
Nah, that shit was too political for me, and Kamala wanted to do it anyway, so like whatever. Anyway, my question still stands.
Fuck.
I don't think so, Joe. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Red Dead, but it's simply not the type of game that would fit our channel. For one, it's a very long game because you cannot speed through this game, it just feels wrong to do so. And second, there is dialogue basically through every mission and more, and overall it's more of an experience and vibe than a game. You feel it yourself, so there's that. However, I do think we will do something with GTA 6 once it comes out.
Why the fuck am I standing on the water? Am I role-playing as Jesus? And what do you mean by too much dialogue, Barry? We literally played 3 separate Life is Strange games that were filled with hours of nothing but dialogue.
Donald, I don't really have the energy to argue with you today. Just stop being a contrarian to everything I say and move on. You would be the first one to get bored by the prologue and wouldn't stop bitching about dropping the series, so I don't even know why you're even talking about it.
That's good, because GTA 6 is going to be just like Red Dead 2, but in a modern world. Have you seen the leaks? Jason Duval looks like Arthur. Graphics are basically Red Dead with some ray tracing featured, which is actually a downgrade compared to masterfully done pre-baked lighting. And from the physics to animations to freaking mechanics and interfaces we saw in those leaks were exactly that. Red Dead in GTA world, which is an amazing concept for me.
Real talk though, GTA 6 extended look will start off by the footage of the leaker being held captive in a basement, and it's gonna be straight up middle school lunch table gore footage like those terrorist clips where they decapitated those journalists.
The hell kind of middle school did you go to?
Actually, Rockstar can't do nothing because the guy has a kill switch or whatever it's called on the full game build. So if he goes missing, gets killed or arrested, the game will go out to public in less than 3 days.
And what does he gain from that? Did he demand ransom from Rockstar or something?
From what I've seen on social media, he just shills his crypto coin in every video, so I assume that's the way of him making money out of this whole thing, and I don't see any other purpose. Like, I don't understand, what did people expect? It looks exactly how I imagined it.
You know how they are. You promise a good change, and they suddenly expect you're going to open a port to Narnia or something.
You made fun of Joe and Bill, and now would you look how the turntables? If you do not get a birdie, you're automatically as bad as them and very likely to be even worse.
Since that adds additional shot, you have to make it in right now or you're worse. Officially.
If you even do as little as get a peep out your mouth, I'm gonna fucking strangle you with the nearest USB cable I find, got it? Now I'll finish it and get this fucking thing off me, Bush, or I'll start throwing hands.
All right, so the newest lowest score is 9 above par, which is good news for Joe and Bill. Now let me see, I'm aiming for a 2 or 3 over par. I think that's a fairly reasonable score.
Nope. Too far right, bro.
Nah, you got me mistaken for Donald, I think.
Buddy, if you think I am too far right, then you clearly never met Gen Z right-wingers. I remember once I invited my bro Yee to dinner at Mar-a-Lago, and he brought along this one kid named Nick Fuentes, and the way I see it, he is the main voice of Gen Z right-wing voters of today, and they are dead-ass Nazis like I'm not even kidding. Dude says Hitler is cool as fuck and spams N-word all stream long. I simply get rid of illegals in my country, say no to trannies infiltrating women's sports, bathrooms, and mutilating children. If that's crossing the line for you, then you're not ready for future generation.
Well, I can't say that I really am surprised. Both sides are having trouble with those people. For example, we on the left have this guy Hassan Piker, and there's no point in bringing up his drama because he made headlines everywhere and even got subpoenaed. Remember our times back when the most dividing conflict of ours was about simply letting gay people marry each other? Man, we didn't even know how good we had it.
Era after Cold War and before China being a serious world power was definitely the best time to be alive as an American. I might be out of touch, but I cannot really say that I envy young people growing up today. But I guess what they say is right. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good time, and good times create weak men, right? I don't really know which are we, but it's definitely applicable.
You know, I always generally saw boomers being the tough generation, and all but recently I saw this opinion rising incredibly fast about how it's actually we who completely failed the young people because we had it good and we threw it all away. Most often I see comparison of how average hose was costing about 2 years of income for someone earning very modest, nothing too spectacular, and now the similar category of job would land you about 6 years, but everything else is also incredibly expensive. You remember gas back in the days? Especially for you guys, the price was basically negligible. It's almost as if you were fueling up on water and food costed nothing, but now. In short, the income gone up by 200%, and that's if you only get a job because it's incredibly hard to get one without experience, whereas back then you could apply at local union and always have something ready for you. And house prices went up double that amount as wages, so yeah.
You can picture it that way, but then you go and take a look at any given college students and you see that the problem is indeed with the people, not the system.
I wouldn't say that. Those same people also have to take a long-term loan of way more than $100,000 as soon as they enter the adulthood. It's just not okay. They are basically binded to working as hard as they can for their first years until they eventually pay it off by the time they are middle-aged. Then they try to get a mortgage and they are again forced to work endlessly before they pay it off. And often they just push themselves to work as hard as they can until they die, so they become disconnected from their families, deprived of joy and hobbies, and we wonder why the hell so many people are going to therapists and are prescribed antidepressants.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's simply a skill issue. Get your money up, not your funny up, and stop taking a dumbass college lessons. Listen, if you sign up to college to get a PhD of philosophy or some shit, then you're the one to be blamed. Do not go to college unless you have a specific reason to go to. If you can figure out something that doesn't require you to have a college degree, then simply leave it be. It's not necessary. And with all the investing options we have now, not becoming a millionaire in your middle age is nothing else than being reckless ninny with your money or being severely crippled with health issue, of which most are caused by people themselves by eating too much shit or working out too much.
You know what? I don't think we should get in depth about it on our videos. We're simply here to hang out and play some games, not to freaking make a podcast about life struggles of today's economy. And George, you're going about the same pace as Donald, so better be extra careful now. You don't want to eat your own words, do you? Especially when we're talking in the context of your contrary being Donald out of all the people.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
Read between the lines, you goofy-ass walking Cheeto Puff. You know, I didn't really notice it during my turn, but this course does recreate chemtrails pretty realistically. Freaking aluminium all up in my shit.
Okay, Joe, we need to talk because recently you have been making this channel look like some InfoWars reboot with all your conspiracies you've been throwing out there, and I can't keep justifying it with your dementia, so what the hell is up with you? Have you been scrolling too much Instagram again?
I have just opened my third eye and I see all the truths. I even was able to imagine a brand new color.
Okay, I feel like I'm going to have an aneurysm with the level of stupidity I am exposed to in here. It's like radiation when it comes to Joe. So please, George, since you're already gone, just finish this up and let me take my turn. At least I'll be able to mute Joe out that way.
Here you go, Barry. Take it before I freaking punt it through the uprights out in the local field couple streets down from here.
Well, goddamn. Well, all I have to do is make hole 17 in less than 8 strokes, so I don't want to jinx it, but I'd be lying if I say it's not an easy win for me. Uh-oh.
Yeah, talk shit some more, why won't you? Thought you would have learned after all of us eating shit after saying similar stuff would make you think some more?
Donald, if I won't make it in, it would mean that Joe and Bill have a 2-way draw win over us, so what the hell do you even want from this game?
Nothing. Just finish it up before I fall asleep, because I don't know if it's Joe's energy radiating on me or my 2 hours of sleep last night, but I am feeling a bit sleepy.
It's definitely way too close to tying with Joe and Bill for my liking, but nonetheless, I'll take a dub anytime I can.
So what do you guys think about Lindsay Clancy? Do you understand her or not?
Dear God, Joe, that's not how we're ending this episode. Let's leave it for next video, but still, I'd be cautious talking about something so serious. But anyway, shout out to Zuber Sandvich and OMG, it's Birdman Archive.
As well as Period Blood X, Serial Max Payne, and oh crap, I forgot other guys left.
Joe, I can set you up with a guy that will check your eyesight and prescribe you some contact lenses for next time. But anyway, shout out K31 owner.
And as well to Ampersandler. I hope my mystic power can make us synchronize one time and jizzle together like some Power Rangers synchronization Power Zord type shit.
What the fuck?
Shout out to K1 Knight. I'll just butcher your name each time rather than risk my public image, Jonathan Green, and it's ZZ. Now have a good night, and I need to knock out Joe, and then knock out for a long good nap.
What did I do?
Subscribe to Oval Office Gaming right now, or Barack will go get your oil with his drones.